Morning everybody, it's Thursday today and I'm back in that little decorating job and I'm just off the tool station now to pick up a nice tin of this and just a roll of that for other things. But them walls yesterday, you could see what they were like. They were definitely flaking Stevens, so I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to cover them all with that first. So let's get over there and I'll see you on the job. Let's start the day the right way, shall we? So day 2 in here now. So we got this far yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, we got everything filled. We got the first pass of the rubbing down done after stripping all the paper. And then today I shall be giving it all a sand down with this thing here. Now this is, I suppose it's sold as a drywall sander really. And it was, I think I got it from Tool Station or Screwfix. But it's just a big sander really. It's got a 225mm head. Look, if I put my phone there, you'll see sort of the size of the head on it. So you've got a 225mm head. It's got a nice light on it and around it, and obviously the hose will just connect straight into the dust extraction thing there. So it just goes across it nice and you get a big pass rather than going over it with a smaller palm sander. And it's not something I use very much, to be honest, but when you do need it, they are good. So we'll set that up and I'll show you a bit of that in action. Right, so you see how it really highlights all the stuff. Look, it doesn't look too terrible there. You put that there. Plasterer's nightmare, really. Right, I've just taken the carpet up because I think the carpets are being laid next week, but I wasn't down to take it up, but obviously I want to paint the skirtings, and also I noticed when I lifted it up all this was going on underneath, so it's pointless really leaving it down. Just do the carpet bloke a favour and do myself a favour really, otherwise I'm going to finish decorating this room, carpet bloke's going to come in and that's going to happen, so just makes sense really to try and help each other out, I think. Right, time for a bit of this now. So I've got myself a tin of this peel stop, seals cracking and glazing, glues down old paint edges, binds chalky substrates, so that should be perfect for in here really, because the plaster that is bare that is coming through is obviously quite chalky now because I've been sanding it down. There's obviously areas potential for flaking. So yeah, we're just going to fill it up with that really, and I'm just going to be putting it on with a little roller, just a little Purdy 4-inch thing in a little roller tray. I'm not going to go too mad with it. Now what this should do, it should get almost into them cracks like that. And it's just like a glue really. And then that should get underneath any potential bits that want to flake off, and it will just glue them down. And that will just stop any aggro in the future really. That's the plan anyway. That's all been painted. It's been on there for about an hour now, the peel stop. All feels good. It does give you a sense of reassurance when you run your hand across it. It's obviously just a bit like a PVA really, like a PVA or an SBR for a plasterer. You know, it just takes that dust and that chalkiness off of all the surfaces. Obviously there's nothing coming back on my fingers now. And hopefully it's glued down all them little maybe edges that may want to flake. So anyway, we're going to leave the walls for a minute. I've just been caulking up everything. I've just masked up and sheeted up all the window because we're going to do some spraying. So first thing I'm going to get done is the ceiling. I'm going to spray that, and forgive the Makita box, but it's a little Graco in there. I just find that box is better than the actual bag that the thing come in. So I'll set you up over there somewhere, and we'll get this little ceiling sprayed. And today we're going to be using a 514 tip today on this little ceiling. First things first, let's get that on. Now put you on the head. That's the ceiling with one quick cover. We'll let that pick up a bit and then we'll give it a second one, and that will be done then. And then we can start on probably the walls. I may even give the woodwork a little prime up, but we'll see what we need to do. And when you've got hinges to mask and you just want a basic quick cover up, I like to do it like this, right? So just tear the tape just bigger than the hinge. So it folds over the top, folds over the bottom. Then you can fold this bit just to there, and then sort of squeeze it like that. That way you're not trying to cut an exact bit to go around the hinge and leave yourself in an awkward position. You should just do that. So that's the hinges masked, the socket masked, the light mask, another socket to mask up. I'm going to paint the radiator as well, so I don't need to mask that up. Put a little bit of tape around this aerial point there. So we'll spray the ceiling again, then we'll get on with the walls then. I'm going to spray the walls because I can go straight down onto the skirting for that for a minute. Just a quick spray. And then I just really want to get a nice coat on these walls, and then that can pick up, and then we can see what needs filling then. I'll stay just down from the ceiling for now. We're getting there now, we're slowly getting there. So that's just had a quick spray. That was an old tin there, had about half in it, so I just put a drop of water in it. A bit old and smelly actually, that paint stinks a bit. So anyway, I picked a new one up, so I'll be using that on the top coat. But yeah, it's not looking too bad, considering it what it was like. So I'll just give it a very light spray with a sprayer, just to sort of take the sort of emptiness of it up really. And what I'm going to do now is I want to get a primer and undercoat on all the woodwork. So again, I'm going to be using the sprayer for that. While it's in here, I might as well make use of it. So let me just get set up for that and I shall come back to you. Okay, so primer and undercoat that we're using today is this one. It's a cheap one from Screwfix. It's Fortress. So I'll scrape it off there for you. It's the Fortress primer and undercoat for walls and wood, and it's good actually, it's pretty good stuff. So that's going to do me for all this stuff. The radiator will be sprayed with probably a radiator paint. So there we are, that's all primed up. Skirtings are done. I might give them a second prime actually. Windowsills had one. I can have another little nib down before it gets a top coat. So it doesn't take long. Doors all had a prime, all the doors and frames. That door's going to need something else, it's gone yellow already. I thought it probably would, too good to be true really, because it's had a stain on it. Anything that you put on it is just going to start bleeding through. So I've got, what have I got on the van? I've got a tin of cover stain, but I've also got a can of shellac, so I'll probably spray that on that literally last thing because it stinks, that stuff. So I'll give that a spray with a shellac just to kill that. And yeah, see if we can get on with a bit of filling then. And I'll be putting the filler on, I think, with Alcantara, because I'm going to mix quite a bit up. Right, let's crack on with a bit of this. Where can I put you? Let's put you on there. It's almost a reskim, isn't it, really? That's it. So I painted that door with a load of that as well, just to really kill that stain in. So it should be good for the morning for some top coat. You can see that filler now, it's drying. You can see how much filling I did. Loads and loads really, all across everything. Just to give it the best chance of rubbing down to turn into something. So yeah, that should all be pretty good tomorrow. Bit of a rub down. And then some full coats of the peach colour, whatever it is, peach I think, soft peach. Anyway, right, let's get out of here. I'll see you later.